More than 30 years ago, the Reasoner Report showed us a portrait of Haiti's dual nature, Caribbean paradise and poverty-stricken nation. From this day in 1975, the two faces of Haiti.
This is the Reasoner Report, the second week in March. Here is correspondent Harry Reasoner.
Good evening. Once upon a time, Haiti was the richest colony in the Western Hemisphere. Today, Haiti is the poorest country of all the Americas. This week, we'll look at the two faces of Haiti. There is the public face. There is the government that is heavy-handed and all-powerful and that takes care of its own and takes good care of the Yankee tourist dollars and those who spent them. The only ones not taken care of are the people. They are the other face of Haiti.
The Haitian government never cares for the people.
For years, American tourists headed for the vacation islands of the Caribbean were warned to avoid Haiti. The reason? The brutal government that ran the country was given to random acts of terror that sometimes even impinged on the life of the visitor. Then, 3 years ago, the dictator of Haiti, François Duvalier, died and deeded the rule of his republic to his teenage son. Since then, Haiti has sought to shine up its image. Baby Doc, the son, was far different from cruel old Papa Doc, we've been told. Haiti has changed. Come on down. Well, we decided to send Herb Kaplow on down, along with this winter's crop of tourists, to find out if things really were different and better. He found that it may now be an okay place to visit, but if you were a Haitian, you wouldn't want to live there.
Tourists, particularly Americans, are visiting Haiti in increasing numbers. What they find here is a strikingly beautiful country with virtually no outward signs of the strong-arm repression that once scared them away.
This was a rare outward sign. January 2nd of this year, a national holiday, Day of Glorification of National Heroes. By tradition, the president drives through the streets throwing dimes to his subjects. This time, after returning to his palace, the president sent more money out to be distributed by his soldiers, but they kept it. When the crowd protested, the soldiers moved in. They say it was worse under the previous president. They say François Duvalier, by training a doctor, killed 20,000 people, some of them personally with a pearl-handled revolver. He died in April 1971, leaving to his 19-year-old son his presidency, the widespread belief in his voodoo powers, and his revolver. Jean-Claude Duvalier, now 23, like his father, president for life, is the world's youngest chief of state. Without repudiating Papa Doc's policies, Baby Doc promised reforms. One of those reforms, a claim that he dissolved the dreaded Tonton Macoute, the murderous roving bands whose only loyalty was to the president. But the Tonton Macoute still exists, less openly, but perhaps as pervasively. Tontons are in the army. Most of the cab drivers are members. This man, one of our drivers, was a Tonton. Our other driver, frightened of prison, refused to take our camera crew to several locations.